Have you noticed how everything is getting smaller? Whether that's things like Coca-Cola bottles, the McDonald's Big Mac, or cereal boxes, things have been slowly shrinking over the years, and people are starting to notice. And no, I'm not talking about the end of the world or anything like that. I'm talking about shrinkflation, when corporations reduce the size or quantity of a product while keeping the same price. While many companies simply increase the cost of their goods, this issue is not so obvious at first. Some other examples of items that have also shrunk are Tim Hortons plastic cups, which have kept the same height but became more narrow, and the Starbucks small cups are just kid size at this point. I'm not even exaggerating. Gatorade has nerfed their bottoms to take up more space and reshaped the bottle itself while maintaining the same height. Gatorade went from 32 to 28 ounces. Would you like some chips with your bag of air? Whether it's Doritos, Lay's, or Cheetos, pretty much every chip brand has now 200% more air in the bags. And what the heck is going on with toblerones? I remember them looking like this and being a highly decadent treat where you would enjoy breaking off the individual triangles and they would be massive with barely any spaces. Is everything getting smaller, or are we just cooked? Have we lost our minds in the midst of a struggling economy where all of a sudden we just forgot what things look like now, even though we buy them on a regular basis? I think not. And of course, many corporations are quick to gaslight their consumers, saying it's just our imagination and that the products have always been the same, but if you know, you know. People just aren't convinced anymore. You're telling me that for years, me being a regular consumer of Tim Hortons, as well as someone who's worked there, that I wouldn't notice a change in size? And I understand that Coca-Cola has come out with mini cans for a more fun-size variety, possibly to trick our brains into thinking, see, there's many different sizes available, and nothing's really changed. You could argue that smaller products means more portion control, which could potentially be better for your health as you won't overconsume. However, the problem is you get less for paying the same amount you always did. If I wanted to buy a small, I would have paid for one. I don't need to be told how much I can have. In some ways, shrinkflation is worse than just prices being increased because now I'm stuck between having to choose buying 2 small coffees or 1 large from Starbucks. There is a $1 difference between a tall and venti-sized cappuccino, with a difference of 8 ounces between the two. What this tells my brain is if I'm spending all this money for a coffee, I might as well upgrade to the largest size, since I get more bang for my buck. The crazy part is, corporations are aware of this and are adjusting their prices accordingly to upsell you. Would I pay for a large otherwise? No, absolutely not. 20 ounces is way too much for me, what with all the sugar and calories in one Starbucks drink. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on them. I'm just trying to prove a point. Ever since the pandemic, a lot of businesses have been sneaky in their attempts to cut corners and save a buck, going as far as lowering the price tag slightly while significantly shrinking the size. Take this for example.
Household paper products saw the highest rate of change. Take Angel Soft toilet paper. In 2019, with a 12 mega roll pack, you got 429 sheets. Today, that same package is only 320 sheets. The price went down slightly, but the price per 100 count went up from 19 to 22 cents.
Now, we could give these companies the benefit of the doubt. After all, the pandemic hurt a lot of businesses, causing them to penny pinch. Except, wait, that's not entirely true. While many small businesses shut down or became insolvent, the big conglomerates not only stayed afloat, but made record profits. This means they've made more money than ever before. Well, that's great news, right? This means the guys at the top will finally be able to pay their employees a living wage, and it will trickle down to the little guys at the bottom. Right? But that's not the reality. It makes you question why they would stoop so low as to make their products smaller without telling anyone. It's not like the CEOs of Loblaws or Sobeys are struggling. Unfortunately, I think we all know the answer to that. So, what can we do as consumers? I say we vote with our money.
I learned that I better get used to having to pick between a douche and a turd sandwich because it's usually the choice I'll have.
He's going to vote!
Shop at your local mom and pop store rather than large corporations. Yes, that might mean you spend a couple dollars extra on your household items or groceries, but if you can afford it, I recommend it. The reason being is that while stores like Walmart and No Frills often have decently priced items compared to anywhere else, it won't last forever. What do you think will happen if we no longer have privately owned businesses and there is no more competition between the monopolies? Suddenly, Walmart and No Frills raise their prices because they can. All of a sudden, it becomes more expensive to shop there, but you no longer have alternatives. I'm rambling, of course, and there are still great products out there that are definitely worth the buy, such as Bluebell ice cream, Lindt chocolate, and this hummus brand. These are the items that have not been affected by shrinkflation, along with just good old produce, since veggies and fruits are priced by the weight. Not everything is hyperinflated, and there are still good buys you can find. What are some things you noticed that shrunk but kept the same price? Do you still buy those items? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and as always, stay awesome.